I appear slowly, getting towards the light. What's going on here? There's a little bit of light, but it's not the right place for me. So let me figure out where I can go. The sky is beautiful, man. It's gonna be one of them lives with literally nobody. Who knows? Who knows? Guys, I'm doing what I can. Yeah. But you know what? I don't want to be walking. I'm gonna stay here. So what's up, everybody? It's nice, and you got this mild temperature. That it is lovely. I have to admit, it's very lovely. I'm struggling to find the right spot to live stream. You know, people start looking at me. I don't feel comfortable when people start looking at me. You know. So what's happening? I might get in the car and that's it. I'll do it from the car. Might not be the best lighting, but at least I'm nice and comfortable. You know. Because this is the mass season, guys. If you want to put some muscle mass, you know. Yeah, guys. You know, the temperature is nice. I have to say, I'm in the north of Italy now, just outside Milan, and I have to say, although it's 10 p.m., it's not that bad. You can walk around with a little jacket on and be just fine. It's a little bit humid, but you can tell, yeah, it's been raining here, because everything is super nice and green. Flowers everywhere, birds everywhere. It's beautiful. It was a very wet season last year. 2025 was really wet. It rained a lot in Italy. And to be honest, also the beginning of 2026, it started with a lot of rains. So everything is really green and nice and beautiful. And it's awesome to see, you know. There is a sense of life that is beautiful. I mean, I appreciate it, you know. I'm one of them that can stand in front of a tree for 10 minutes, you know, and people be like, what are you looking at? Nothing really, just looking at it, you know. I like nature. Yeah, it's beautiful to see all these trees colored with leaves, and it's nice, it's pleasant to see. Oh, the sun is magical, man. The sun is magical. So, yeah, let me get in the car. I hope I get enough lights in the car. Let's see. I don't think so. I do not think so, but I can't think of anywhere to go. Oh, my brother Callum, brother. How you doing, man? So if you're not gonna be able to see that much, do not hate on me. But I am away, and no, stay on, bro. Stay on me. What could I do to make this better? No idea. But this gives me an aura of like, I look mysterious. Nothing, bro. I drove 8 hours yesterday because I had some unfortunate family issues, so I had to drive up north, which is usually a 5 hours drive, usually. But yesterday, because it's holiday, it's Easter here. I don't know if you guys celebrate Easter, but here obviously is a big thing in Italy. And so I drove through the traffic. It took me 8 hours. By the time I was at home, man, it was pretty stressful with the kids in the car. It wasn't the best, drive of my life, if I have to be honest. But what are you going to do? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, you know what I mean? You got to go through the motion. I'm a believer of going through the motion sometimes. I believe in that. Anyway. So, yeah, I've been eating. I've been enjoying my food. I love food, man. I love food. There's nothing I can do about it. And tomorrow morning I drive back. Tomorrow there's not going to be traffic, so I expect to be home in 5 hours. So early morning I'll be home and I'll train. And if I get in the mood, I'll do the session live. Maybe I do the workout live. I want to do some dips. I want to continue towards that direction. I want to continue with the upper body development. So I was thinking to start off with dips. Do maybe 1 or 2 sets of dips, which I'm not able to do as many anyway. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. I love the fact that you understood without me even saying it. You're the man. Appreciate you. But you know what I mean? Like, you gotta move on, bro. You never move on, but you have to keep going forward. This is life, yeah. So we are not inventing or experiencing anything new. So yeah, you gotta keep it together, man. Keep it together for the kids, for the close family. You gotta keep it together. So yeah, I was saying about the dips. I'm looking forward to do them because I find them really, really hard, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna hit some dips, and dips I do them. I get 2 chairs. I got wooden kind of heavy duty chairs at home. I get 2 chairs and I just lower myself, and I go to failure first round, which is like 4 or 5 if I'm real with you, with a good form and good full range of motion, and then probably I'll take a little bit of rest. I don't really time my rest. I'm always like, when my heart rate lowers, when I am in control of my breathing, then I get back into it. That's how I do it. So it depends on what I'm doing. If my breathing recovers quickly, which is usually, because it usually does, because I come from an endurance background, so my cardio, never let me down. But yeah, I'll do that. So a little bit of rest, then I hit it again, and I usually do just one or two that just destroy me, and that's it. Then I'm done with it, and I could just do that, then I hike for 3 days. Yeah, because my condition is poor. I've been off training for like more than a year to recover from all my injuries, because uh, I realized my sort of like sports sort of dreams. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna rest, and if I'm honest, it worked out, because uh, I feel like I recovered. Yeah. The quality of this stream is poor with this lighting. I mean, it's one of those. But hey, what are you gonna do? Like, subscribe if you pop in. Subscribing is free. Liking is free. And I'm talking training. So tomorrow I'm looking to do these dips, 2 sets to failure. Then I go straight into. I will hit the incline press. Yeah. Then I will hit the flat, chest press, flat chest press, and I will try to hit some pull-ups with all I've got left. Some pull-ups. By then, I can't do many pull-ups. Like, I can do probably one or two. But what I do, I wanna challenge the opposite muscle group, right? I wanna go to the back, and then on the negative face, the chest is still involved anyway during the pull-ups. So, and that way, I'll be honest with you, in 20 minutes, 20 minutes, I am done. And the other day, I was watching somebody, and about shocking the body and all that, which it's a real thing. You gotta mix it up, because then it stopped working for you. But that is also not true for some people. It's very subjective. So last time I did chest, I started with incline, flat, and then I hit the dips, and it was a disaster, an absolute disaster. I couldn't do one dip. Like, I couldn't do them. I got there too tired. I was done. Whereas if I do the dips first, which are the hardest ones, then I can go to the bench and do something. Probably I'm not gonna do what I would do fresh, but I can still at least do something or lower the weight. Where with the dips you can't really lower the weight. So tomorrow I'll be doing that, and I'm doing the chest press with. I'm a tiny dude, bro. I'm not a big dude, man. With 45 kg. 45. 12 to 15 reps. Then it gives me a nice bump. For me, the chest press is the best. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this is not going to be a long one. Actually, if I'm honest with you, I'm going to say bye-bye, because I'm not loving this, and I'm not too comfortable either. But yeah, I hope somebody will tell me, how do you train? How do you? I don't know if Callum, you're still there. If what are you doing then? Are you still doing the push-ups? I hope you're not. You know, I'm loving this time because what I'm looking to do is I want to gain a couple of kgs. So probably my face will be a little bit more rounded, but who cares? And then, because I'll go on holidays by the end of June, and I wanna cut the whole month of June. I cut the carbs obviously a little bit, and I get that nice and leaner, and I want to get that nice and strong and conditioned, you know, conditioned. So tomorrow, which is Wednesday, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm gonna do my upper body, which is I'm focusing on chest and back, everything to be honest. Upper body anyway. My upper body workout tomorrow. And then I always take 3 days off, which is crazy. The magic of the 3 days off. Right, look, Callum, great question. The most basic, the most classic are the best. Okay, so for so I think you are a young man, right? On your mid-20s. So yeah, like I said, if you go to the gym, right? Go to the gym. What you do is, I would say, the best for being to have good symmetry in the body. It's good symmetry, right? You want to do always opposite muscle groups, yeah, or perhaps, as you say, antagonist, protagonist, right? So, for instance, biceps and triceps, yeah, biceps and triceps, chest and back, quadriceps, hamstring. So, for instance, the front and the back of everything, yeah. So an exercise where you pull something and an exercise where you push something. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of, they're very easy, basic. For the arms, you do the bicep curl, the most classic thing exists in the world, the standing biceps curl, right? If you have available the bars with all those angles, you can use those, or you can lay the arms depending on what you have in the gym. So you hit those. You start low because it's common sense, you know. If you start low, you can always go higher. If you start high, you will have to go higher than high. Do you know what I mean? If you start low, you have room to experience, to try, to feel, you know. And there's nobody chasing, and so yeah, start with those reps. I don't get stuck with the numbers of reps. Numbers of reps is irrelevant. It's the effort. It's the effort. I say that because maybe sometimes, you know, you see the gym, I have to do 5 sets of 12, okay, which is crazy, but 3 sets of 12, let's say. And because they have to do that 12 reps, they do the last 3 reps in terrible form, and that just caused damage just because they got stuck with those numbers of reps. Whereas if you do 3 reps, where on the first round you do 10 reps because that's what you can get, and then you do 7 because that's what you can get, and then you do 4 because that's all you got left, it's perfect. Who cares? You know, like, who cares? So what you can do, and that's good also for endurance as well, okay, okay, if it's for mass, obviously you have to eat, you have to put food in the system. So like I said, you do bicep curl, yeah, and then you do overhead triceps, arm extension, So with one exercise, I'm sorry for the lighting, with one exercise is obviously you are pulling when you do the bicep curl, you are pulling some towards yourself, just from the bottom, from your hips, you're pulling it up. When you're doing the tricep, you got the weights above the head, behind your head, and then you pushing it away. Yeah. When you push, you do the tricep. When you pull, you do the bicep. Okay. So you do good effort, bicep, 10 to 12 reps to 15, depending on how much weight you got. If you're doing the set, and you realize the weight is too low, don't stop, and you can stop and pick up another one quickly, but you can just do loaded reps, get the reps in. And then on a superset fashion, so with no rest in between, after you do the bicep curl, you hit the tricep, the arm extension. And at the gym, you can do it in many different fashions. Okay. For the back, you can do the. I'm a massive fan of standing rows with the standing rows, dumbbells, standing rows. You can, adjust the angles of the elbow to hit the back in different little areas. You can do very good work. Bro, how you got so much knowledge on training, working out? When did you get into what age, year? Right. I got into training seriously in 2014. 2014. Which sounds like yesterday, but it's 12 years ago. And then I got sort of obsessed with it. I started training for Ironman and things, crazy long distance events, Then eventually in 16, I qualified personal trainer because I wanted to train people. So I studied, I qualified the YMCA, and from then on, it's like any other jobs like this. It's about update yourself constantly, trying new things out, trying things yourself. You got to try things yourself. That's why now I talk about mass. Yeah, now mass for me now is a lot of theory, because you can tell I was an endurance athlete. So me personally, I never trained to put on mass personally. So firsthand, I can't talk about it because I haven't done it. I had to be thin. So, but what I done is, yes, I kept updating myself, and I realized that to update myself, I had to go back in time. I had to go back to the 70s, to the 80s, to the 90s, how they used to train, because I'm a strong believer, and that's just down to opinions. They had it figured out in the late 70s. After the Second World War, they had training figured out already. There were people like walking around with gods-like bodies. They knew how to train, and there were no the protein shake, which is rubbish. All of them, it's absolute rubbish. Okay, let me break this down to you. Callum, I hope you're still there, my brother. Right. If you buy a protein shake, yeah, and you look at the macros in it, like carbohydrates, proteins, and fat, and all that, yeah, you would realize that there are a lot of proteins. Obviously, it's a protein shake, but there are also a lot of carbs in it. The vast majority of them. as a fact, all of them, because they all come from the same guy, right? Um, and you drink this thing, which is in powder form. You don't really know. Most people experience bloating, uh, smelly farts, which farts are never, yeah, they never smell good, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, and and you see at the gym everybody's bloated, right? And now I put it on, and then I'll tell you another thing. But if I get a, see, if you get your partner to, or you bake yourself a cake, and in that cake you put in there 3 eggs. In that cake, you put in there 3 eggs, which is proteins and vitamins and real food. Then you put in there whole milk, which is, if you can't digest it, or you can use oat milk or whatever you digest. Uh, or you can do a lot of cakes with water as well. Anyway, so but let's say you can digest the milk, which is a superfood if you can digest it. So you put milk in there, which is proteins and fat, right? Also in the egg there's fat, which just allows you to absorb those proteins and the vitamin D and all the rest. Then you put honey in it as a sugar, right? Then you're gonna put flour in it, okay, of course, sugar or honey, and then you bake yourself a cake, right? And you eat that, yeah, and you eat that. You eating super good proteins, good carbs, because you're gonna burn them off if you're an active person. You know what you're eating because you bake that thing. You know there's 3 eggs in there. You're not drinking a powder that you don't really know what it is, and it's all tainted with other substances. A lot of professional athletes get popped because they drink this off-the-shelf protein shakes and creatines and all that, and everything is tainted with things because this laboratory um, not super efficient in those things, so things are tainted, man. But this is not even, this is a well-known fact. So to me, I always say, when somebody tell me, I have a couple of friends here, they tell me, oh, I bought this protein shake, because I tell them they don't believe me, or they don't listen to me, because friends and family don't believe the trainer, because they know you as their friend. You know what I'm saying? It's different, and I don't expect anybody to listen to me to start with. I got myself this protein shake. I'm gonna show you. I'm like, don't even show me. Don't even show me. But what if I was you? Is well, get your wife to bake you a cake with some eggs in it and some milk. That is super. That's awesome. You got the calories in. You're not gonna eat a half a kilo of it, of course. But you eating eggs, you eating honey, you eating milk, you eating food, and you're gonna assimilate it much better. You can bake a cake with 3 eggs, water, a little bit of flour, some honey. You shake it up. You can do you can do cookies like this. You can bake yourself some cookies like that. At least it's satisfying, you eat a little bit of cookie. You eat a cookie. You're not drinking that rubbish you don't know where it comes from. It's been stored in plastic for years. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look, let me tell you. During my Ironman training, I never took any of those things because I never bought into the hype. I thank God I'm not a hype guy. Never been a hype guy. I used to take multivitamins and all that for a bit, and then I've realized it was just a waste of time. Because like I said, if you eat real food, you're gonna have all the vitamins that you need. It's not true that you need to do this or do that, you need the multivitamins, we would have been extincted by now. Because vitamins has been introduced when? Like 50, 30 years, 20 years ago, 10 years ago? How recent these things are. And to say that people can't live without them or train. So are you telling me fields workers, agricultural people, how do you call them? Farmers and stuff like that. How did they survive without multivitamins for hundreds of years? Do you know what I'm saying? It's all a hype job. It's all a business. And I understand it. You gotta feed the family, so you gotta sell what you want to sell. But if you ask me, right? They're just a waste of time. And let me tell you this: are you aware of what placebo effect is, Callum? Placebo effect. So I give you a pill and I tell you that it's gonna make you superhuman, and it actually is a little bit of sugar pill. I'm tricking you. I'll give it to you, and you flip and start lifting things that you like. Yeah, because the power of the mind, the belief system is something crazy, extremely powerful, right? Extreme. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying, Callum? Do you know what I believe? Yes, it's not about being a sheep or anything like that. I think is that people are exposed to this a lot, and most people are not passionate about this. They don't have this type of time to go investigate stuff. And most people are good-hearted people that trust the next person, right? So if you trust the person that trusts, because you're a good-hearted person, you like to be good in general, you don't tend to be suspicious on things. And you don't have that type of time because you're very busy in your life. Yeah, and you got millions of people telling you take multivitamins. You taking them because you don't have that type of time to go. Like she takes it, he takes it, everybody takes it, and it seems the actor says it's good, the other guy says it's good. Might take it, not because I'm a sheep. I don't have that type of time. You know what I mean? To investigate it, to go into it. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? It's not about being sheeps, I think, you know. I think people is busy, man. That's what it is. People is busy, paying bills, working, educating the kids, being a good example. People, the time go very fast, man. That's what I think. So yeah, get yourself a nice cake, homemade, with some good eggs in it, and whatever you can digest. Whatever you can digest. Of course, if you start putting in cream on it, or Nutella in it, or jam in it, or other things in it, that is on you. That is gonna add up to the calories. And if you're an extremely active person and you want to put mass on, it's good, as long as you work out. If you don't, you're gonna be putting on a little bit of weight, you know. But I'd rather do that than buying an off-shelf protein shake that I have no idea what it is. I have got no clue what it is. It's literally powder, man. It's powder. You mix it up with water or with whatever you're mixing it with. I don't know what you're mixing it with. But why would you? And I tell you another thing, another secret of success, I believe, because I don't know the secret of success. So it's very important to keep the bite, the ability of biting, right? Not people, obviously, or anybody, But biting food, what is that? If you bite now and you open and close your jaw with some effort, you will realize that all your neck, not all your neck, but that's muscles attached to the neck, and that it activates, because everything is a chain in the body. Yeah. So if you lose that ability of biting because your teeth hurts, because that hurts, that is something to, I believe, I don't have the secret sauce for anything, I'm speaking for experience, or for what my belief is. I can do that, I guess. If you lose that ability of biting because one tooth hurts or any other reason, then you're gonna lose the conditioning of all that attachment, and you might create weakness in the whole body. Because in nature, the strong animal is the one that got the strongest bite. Yeah, bears, lions, tigers, even monkeys have extraordinary bites, gorillas. So I'm a firm believer that you have to bite your food. Literally, bite it and chew it, because you activate all those muscles. You keep them nice and conditioned and fresh. So you keep, and also what it does, also your jawline gets better and everything, you know. So if you drink the protein shake in the morning, then you drink it in the evening, and then you are missing out on a lot of biting time. A lot of biting time, which is, I believe, is, no, I don't think I believe, but I am confident about not much, but I can tell you that if I can think of a man 500,000 years ago, or 1,000,000 years ago, if we were around, I don't even know. One thing that I'm certain did exactly like me, right? It was obviously toilet, right? And biting, eating. That we sure as that we can't. I don't know how it was providing for that. How it was meeting with females. I know nothing. How, interaction and everything, but I can tell you as a fact that if he was like me, for sure, I can guarantee he was pissing. It was taking a number two, and he was biting to eat food. So the biting aspect is overlooked, but you have to maintain that connection also. I'm a strong. I hope I explained it. I don't have any water. I'm getting dry. This is not cold. I got some warm water. What's worse than warm water? Terrible. So yeah, guys, I mean, like, look, I wanted to hang up, and yeah, I ended up doing 39 minutes. So guys, I'm gonna say bye-bye. Callum, did I answer your question about what to do? So hit some bicep curl, arm extension, some chest press, some standing rows, some squats, some deadlift. Get to the pull-up, chin up bar. Look, it doesn't matter. Numbers of sets, numbers of this or that. Go to the gym. I hope you're still there, Callum. And then I said bye. Get to the gym. Get some nice 30-40 minutes workout in. get some good sweat in, breathe heavy sometime, make sure, you know, you regain control of your breathing before you start the next set, and take 3 to 4 days rest based on how much you ache. Allow rest. Don't be scared about resting. Okay, enjoy rest. You're gonna be looking forward to the next session, and you're gonna blast it, right? It's gonna feel good. You're gonna have a good pump in for sure, and you're gonna grow if you eat enough and you sleep enough. There are a lot of ifs, but if you tick all the boxes, there's no reason for you not to grow or get in the condition that you want. Okay, um, that is it. Make sure you get the connection with the muscle. You breathe through, and you never ever go through the motion. What it means is that while you're doing the cards, you think, oh, I'm gonna go food shopping later. I'm gonna go with my wife. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna do that. No, no, no. You're gonna go in the motion, not through the motion. Right? Connection with the muscle is gonna get easier and easier and easier, and you realize, whoa, I get bigger faster. I get stronger faster because I'm building this connection. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. Yeah, I hope I got some subscribers tonight, and God bless.